everyone, I am Ebony and I decided to try making a YouTube video. I tried to do a blog a while ago. I feel like personally I am more of a video blog type person, so thought I'd try this out. Um, I wanted to talk about something in my YouTube channel. I guess that's what this is. About things I'm really passionate about. I am really passionate about two things. They're called colors and love languages. And I feel like if you have a deep understanding of both of these things, you can have an unlimited possibilities on deep, meaningful relationships with lots of people or just with a small group of people, depending on you and what your goal is. First off, the thing I talk about with like everyone, all my friends, I'm sure they find me ridiculously annoying at times, but is colors. So for me, what I really like about colors, it's it's kind of just like an easy way of understanding different personality types. So there's four colors, and there's orange, which tends to be your like extroverted personality types, kind of live in the now. They're yes people. They just want to just be. Then there's green people who are your intellectual personality types. They're very analytical, critical thinking. Um, then there is your blues, and they are emotional based people, so relationships and emotional, very feeling oriented and controlled. And then there's gold people who people would describe as like your type A personality. They're very organized, very traditional. Um, and those are kind of like the basics of what they are. I find that everybody is a combination of these. So you'll have your top kind of primary color, and then from there, the kind of your secondary color and your tertiary color. Um, I personally am orange, green, blue, which my green and blue are pretty close, but my green does overpower my blue, and then gold last. I am not organized. Probably why I could never sit down and write my thoughts down as a blog, because when I got to the editing portion, I found that really dull and boring, and I just couldn't do it. So, YouTube channel, it might still be hard to follow, but at least I feel like I can put the time down for it. So those are like the basics of colors. There's also another thing I am about is the love languages. So love languages are basically how you feel loved and how other people feel loved. So there is 5 of them. They are touch. So people feel really loved when like someone's touching them, hugging them. There's just so many, like there's different variations of touch for different people. There's good touch and there's bad touch. Then there is the quality time, where it's just they want you to give them time to spend with them not necessarily one on one, but to make them feel loved. You're spending time with them. It's a good gift to them. And then that brings me into the next one is there's gifts, and that is physical, but they don't always have to be expensive gifts. Sometimes it's just basically a gift that makes you say, I'm thinking of you. It makes someone feel really loved when, you remember like 5 months ago that they had liked this plant thing, and you remembered and bought it for them, and it makes them feel special. Um, then there's words. Words is pretty self-explanatory. Like again, it can be, all of these have positive and negative. You can kind of go into with people, but they want to just be told how important they are, and it makes them feel loved just by having the words. And then lastly is acts of service. I think I got them all. Acts of service is, kind of just doing things for someone that maybe helps take something off of their plate that they do normally, that makes them feel loved. So say, and you don't want any recognition for it. You just are doing things to make their life easier, and they will really appreciate you for it, and it makes them feel loved. So those are these two things that I am super passionate about. Everyone has one that they are, and then some people will have one that they give even more, and it's not even their love language, but it's just they naturally will give those things. Um, I am not an expert in any of these things. Like I'm not representative of either of these thoughts. They're just two things that I am passionate about, and I feel like my understanding of them has made it easier in having relationships of other people and understanding other people and communicating with friends that aren't exactly like me, because no one's exactly like me. Um, and I just feel like it's a huge important thing for communication. Um, these are my two go-tos, and I told you before I'm orange, so I treat my stuff as if I'm orange. So my tattered colored book here is very lovely. It's backwards, but it talks about different colors. There's even a little mini test in there that you can take to find out what color you are in order. And then next is my 5 love languages. Seriously, I read a lot of books back to front, but these are my two like go-to. Like I don't necessarily read them back to front all the time. I kind of just go in them and use them as like references, keys, and just life in general. Um, so my first video is probably going to be pretty short since I'm not going to get into any specifics just yet. Um, sorry, I'm just trying to follow somewhat of a plan of mine. Yeah, so I'm not going to get into specifics just yet, just because I kind of just wanted this to be an introduction of what my YouTube channel will be about. I think the next video I will talk about kind of more just like first understanding who you are before we like each week we'll maybe get into how you can communicate with people of different colors. But for now, this is just kind of introductory, and we will find out who you are in the next chapter. Apparently, this is what people say at the end of these videos, like and share or something. Thanks.